When we race a Scalextric car, you really feel you are in the car almost. You do the same things. You power down a straight, flat out everywhere you can. You brake as late as you can for the corner, and you catch it on the accelerator and drive it out, which is exactly the same if you were in a real car. The only difference is in the real car, you've got your bum on the seat and you can feel what the car's doing through your body and your arms. Whereas on the Scalextric track, you do it all with your eyes. You watch the car almost that you dare not blink in case you miss the tiny movement it makes when you should have corrected it. And every correction is made via your finger or your thumb. And I can't really describe how you do it. You can't tell someone how to do it. You either can or you can't. Some people just can't.
Tuesday night, St Mark's Church Hall, London N22. The Wood Green Scalextric Club meet every week to transform the hall into their very own Brands Hatch, Imola or Monza. The thrills and spills of burning rubber are played out on the hand-built 100-foot 6-lane track designed by club chairman Steve Carter.
I've always been a club man, yeah. I mean, at football clubs, whatever, it's always got to be with other people. And if it wasn't Scalextric, it'd be something else. I'm sure when I get older, I'll probably be in a bowls club or something. I quite like bowls as well. But you can't do everything, can you? It's always the club. The kind of comradeship you get at the club, it just better than anything, really.
But any feelings of comradeship are quickly forgotten when it's time for the club's biggest race of the season, the GT Challenge. With only 3 weeks to go until the cars line up on the grid, team leaders and demon drivers are dreaming of checkered flags and glory.
You've really got to feel like you can do it today and believe you can do it today, because there'll be other people there that feel the same, and to beat them takes that little bit extra. I'm sure people like Nick Faldo could say the same thing.
Derek Moore builds the fastest cars in the club, making him very difficult to beat.
You find after a good night down the club racing, with me I can't sleep, it's because the adrenaline's flowing. It takes a little while to settle down.
Paul Harwood, the reigning club champion, wants to retain his trophy.
I don't go into races not to win. I don't go. Some people go for the enjoyment of it. I don't. I go to win. I go for the kill. That's just me.
His main race rival is Paul O'Hara. The young contender for the big race crown is determined to make an impact by fair means or foul.
Taking people out is a pleasure of mine, and I think I've got a bit of a reputation for knocking people out. Even when they're lapping you, and you should let them go. If you don't like them, have them out. Nerfing, it originates from proper motor racing. If you get up the inside of somebody going round the bend, if you get up there inside and you slide the tail out, pushes their front out and they consequently come off. And then you've got the blatant T-bone at the end of the straight. You're about 3 foot behind the car and you just want to cause some aggro, take out the leader, you're not coming anywhere. Just straight into the side, straight off, taking you both out and making them lose the race. It's all good fun. Upset a few people, it's all part of it, isn't it?
My son Jeff and I are very competitive. We race as if the fate of the world depends on who wins the next lap.
In South Wales, Richard Hardwick and his 14-year-old son Jeff are gearing up for their regular Scalextric championship outside on their driveway.
Mum absolutely hates and detests having a car in the house. He threatens us with everything under the sun if we don't pull it up within a few days. So we tend to go put it down out here, where she doesn't mind.
There's no room to race in the house because Jeff's dad has a collection of over 1,000 cars.
I'm very fond of my collection, and It's been a very important stability in my life. When things have gone up and down, as they do in everybody's life, you can totally lose yourself. You can be Graham Hill, you can be Jim Clark. You're there, you're the little man in the car, and you're driving that car. My wife thinks I'm a complete idiot. She would rather the house reverberate to the sound of babies rather than the sound of small electric engines. If anything did ever happen to me, I'm extremely glad I've got my son. Otherwise, I'd insist in my will that all my cars were buried with me. Because the one thing I don't think I'd be able to tolerate was the fact that a stranger would go through my collection disposing of them. You put it in the wrong place. Let me show you. That was right. Right?
Look
that
here.
was right. Now,
Yeah, I've got it now. It's this piece here is wrong.
that should be a standard corner. Look at this side.
There should be 4. There's only 3. Aha.
You've done it wrong. These shouldn't be these.
Yes, they should.
No, they shouldn't.
Yes, they should.
1, 2, 3, 4. So you want these two to go that way.
Which they were already.
Come on, bud.
He thinks anything I do, he can do better.
Back at Wood Green, it's 2 weeks to the big race. Team captains are having to make crucial decisions about which cars to race. Steve Carter has decided that his route to victory lies in an old favourite.
This is quite an old car. This is a Ferrari GTO. But because now, for this competition in our club, I've made a lot of changes. It's not race box standard anymore. And I've also got some lead in there, which we're allowed to do. I like to brake late, deep into the corner. And I find I like this extra piece of ballast in there to make it feel more sure-footed as you enter the corner. And they look nice. I mean, if you won the pools, you'd buy a car like that, wouldn't you? You wouldn't buy a Ford Escort. We wouldn't be racing toy ones if we could afford a real one. But I can have 10 of these. I suppose out of all the people at the club, Derek is about foremost in producing things, building cars, modifying things. He really is clever at that sort of thing. That's his forte.
I've never had an interest in football. I played rugby when I was at school. Got the hell kicked out of me. I was never keen on rugby. Just cars just held a fascination for me. I've always been a model maker. To build a car from scratch, I'll first of all draw it. Then I'll make the model in balsa wood. From that I'll take a silicone rubber mould and take the master out of that. And from the master I can do vacuum form body shells. Cut it out and build a car under it. You get a lot more of a kick out of it when you've built the thing from a blank sheet of paper. I think I'm a builder rather than a racer. I can build cars that other people can win with, and I can't win with them. And I've built cars before now that where I've had a far superior car to the one I've built for somebody else, and they've thrashed me. Now the track I've got here, I've built to test my cars out. The main straight is about 6 feet longer than our club straight. It's about 80 foot total length of track. Because my flat is 5 rooms, one behind the other, I can have the track from the front door to the back door. And a straight of 38 foot. I don't think the neighbours know about it.
Last year's champion, Paul Harwood, is desperate to maintain his hold on the trophy. He's constructing a new car with his younger brother and teammate Greg in their workshop come bedroom.
It's like any team, when it gels, any real racing team, when it gels quite well. When we're at each other's throats, then it's a real pain in the butt. Don't share a bedroom with little bro. Wouldn't recommend it. Worst thing in the world. Sooner I'll get out of here, the better. No, I'm going to go in about 3 weeks' time, 4 weeks' time. All being well. If I wasn't here, I'd only be living with a girl or something. So you just move on. Can't stay tied to mummy's apron strings forever and a day.
This is the bit I really hate, is the spraying. It gets on my curtains, it gets on my washing, it gets everywhere. Then they have to have it lacquered and it makes you go high on that stuff. But it's just a lot of money. They buy the cars and they take the pieces, spray them, put different engines in, and oh God, it's just so much money spent.
It's like anything else, to fully appreciate things, you've got to understand what goes into it, and she doesn't really fully understand what goes into it.
Because when you're hoovering up, you hoover up bits of wheels, bits of engines, bolts, and God knows what else. It all goes in the hoover. So that's a bit of a nuisance.
Second nature to mum these days. I think she suffers in silence half the time.
Well, I think most of my family think I'm mad. Like, everyone thinks of Scalextric as a toy and something for children. They just think you should find something more adult to do with your time. I think you're more adult if you admit you'll do what you like doing. We'll tell anybody what we do. We're not ashamed of what we do. I mean, it's only one of a number of things. It's not like we're still wearing short trousers. We've all grown up, but we like racing Scalextric.
On your marks, get set, go! I'm going to beat you.
On the driveway, Richard and Jeff's Welsh Grand Prix is finally underway.
If you win this race, I'll double your pocket money. From nothing to double nothing. That's once I've lapped you. 6.
We're on the same lap.
All right, well, I'm still in front. 7.
Shut up.
Thank you. I'm going to beat you.
What a surprise.
Ah, you see, experience alone beats speed. 10, you lose. Still not good enough to beat the old man.
Silverstone, the home of full-size motor racing. With only a week to go to the big race, some of the Wood Green members are here to get a fix of petrol and speed.
Oh, what are you doing that for? Handbag.
It's also a last chance for the fine-tuning of throttle fingers. They're here to race slot cars in the pit garages, not as rivals, but as a team. Slot car racing provides the ultimate thrill for model car enthusiasts. The car's super-light plastic bodies, metal chassis and powerful motors mean that they reach track speeds of up to 70 miles per hour, a scale speed of over 1,000 miles per hour.
When you're up there, you are aware of yourself, especially in slot car racing. You get involved with the monotony of going round. You get into a rhythm and it's sort of like a dance, your own sort of dance, going around the track. And then you suddenly take a step back and you think, oh God, I must look all right to look, you know. Paul's got to be the best. I mean, it looks like he's trying to get rid of last night's Vindaloo when he's up there, doesn't it? Unbelievable. I want somebody to tell me if I start ever looking like that.
Paul O'Hara is halfway through his race and in the lead when disaster strikes. His wheel comes off.
Who's got my wheel? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Who's got my wheel? Sprint, 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 bloody time. Oh, with spaces. Get out of it. Oh. I was in the lead. The devil vomits in my kettle again. Go.
Paul O'Hara faces the possibility of coming last, but after some fast work in the pits, he fights back to finish 17th out of 50. The Welsh Driveway Grand Prix is hotting up. Richard is one race ahead of his son and determined for it to stay that way.
When he loses, he says, shut up and makes you have another race so he can win. He's terrible like that. He'll never, ever end a set of races on when he loses.
And he wins.
Right, we're going to have a deciding race. On your marks, get set, go! Christ, you can't do that!
The big race day at Wood Green has arrived. Paul O'Hara hightails it to his teammate's house with a last-minute plan which he reckons will win them silverware and glory.
These motors are banned at the club. We could stick that in it and we'd be cheating like you wouldn't believe, which we probably will.
What, put that in?
Yeah.
And that's what we're building, albeit different colours. It's the first time it's been raced, so we don't know how it's going to perform. But the thing will be built properly, if nothing else. Use the actual body line.
Yeah. What car are they racing? You're going to race a Venturi, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
It's an unproven car, so it's either going to be really good or it's going to be really bad. And if it's in Greg and Paul's hands, the latter, probably.
It could be a problem. I mean, if this car's no good, then he'll be the first one to know about it.
We'll have some of that.
Yeah, we'll have this.
Derek hopes that his pre-race ritual will give his team the winning edge.
That little round track, it's got a Sandtex surface, so it's like running the car on sandpaper. It just puts a final cut, or takes a final cut off the rubber, and leaves them smooth and very grippy. But the Ferrari I'm running tonight, it's had a goodly amount of work done on it. It's had the hot water treatment to warp the chassis to the right shape. The engine's been in pieces and that's been under the microscope. The tyres have been trued up, smooth, and the magic stuff rubbed into them to give them grip. There are a lot of things you do to the car, but we all have to have our secrets.
Tonight, as you know, is Special GT Challenge night, and it's a team event. Okay, the races are 2.5 minutes, and you go as far as you can in that time.
Paul and Greg Harwood have spared no expense. They've got some high-tech gear in a bid to keep the cup, just like the professionals.
What they are, they're radio mics, like you see in the pits of the Formula 1 teams. They're them. It's just so I can talk pit to car.
The weeks of careful preparation are over, and it's time to let the cars do the talking on the track. The teams race for 2.5 minutes in each of the 6 lanes. At the end of the night, the team that completes the most laps goes home with the trophy.
Yeah, gotcha.
Drivers, pay attention. Watch your lights.
After some hard driving, Team Harwood have built up a narrow lead and are beginning to feel confident.
So you bunch of manoeuvrers, when are you going to pose a challenge then?
Best driver, white lane.
For For Steve Carter, the chance of a place on the winner's podium disappears as his tried and tested Ferrari develops mechanical problems. With 2 races to go, Paul O'Hara sees the chance for his teammate to catch the Harwoods.
Take him out, Fury. Right behind him, pull him out. Drive him out!
By the end of the race, Paul O'Hara's team fails to narrow the gap. For O'Hara, beating his main rival means as much as winning the trophy. The draw for the final race puts them in adjacent lanes. O'Hara is determined to knock Harwood off the track just to stop them from winning.
Well, that would be me next to the Harwoods then.
Yeah.
Wee! Wee!
You want to go on brown?
Wee!
All's fair in love and motor racing, so...
Basically, you see the bad paint job? Well, the lack of paint job this has got, it's going to have half of Harwood's paint job all over it.
The chase is on. O'Hara is soon in hot pursuit of the Harwoods' car. As they approach a tight bend, Harwood sees him coming and just avoids being flipped off the track. But then disaster. Harwood overthrottles, powers into a corner too fast, and the car jumps out of the slot. The crash knocks the carefully prepared engine loose. For Team Harwood, the race is over.
Oh, what happened, Paul?
One bloody accident.
Oh, what happened?
Cream the car. Oh, that bloody... It was jumping. It was jumping. I got out there and win. You got to go out there. It was jumping around. You messed it up. So you loosened it off far too much. The front end was loose.
Poor construction or bad driving. The final race has cost them dear, and they finish last. It is time for a new champion.
We're about 3 or 4 laps down on the leader, but very strong second place.
So we came third, which is the result, because we beat the Harwoods, that was the main thing.
The moral is never let your brother use the car.
It just unfortunately broke down while I was racing it. There you go.
Never mind. We'll be back.
Next Monday at the same time, meet the men who are dedicated to dominoes.